Hey YouTubers, it's Tony with Mayberry Mini Trucks. Today is October the 6th, 2023, and it is just a beautiful, beautiful day out. And you can tell it's one of those days that you know fall is on the way. And so this is a video for Jason in Ohio. And Jason is a long distance customer, so we're going to be very careful to show every little uh, ding, dent, scratch that we can see, because that's Jason is relying on us to communicate as effectively as possible without him actually being here in person. So I hopefully do at least as good a job as he would do, and perhaps even a more thorough job, because of the fact that well, when we show up, we want his expectations to be at least met, if not exceeded. Mayberry Mini Trucks has a 100% successful track record. We've never, not one single time, shown up with a truck for a long distance customer and had them say, "Oh, that's not what I was expecting." That's never happened. So the way we achieve that is through that effective communication. This is a okay. This is a 1995 Daihatsu Hijet, four-wheel drive, 5-speed with high and low transfer case and differential lock, and it has 31,469 miles. All right, guys, let's go ahead and let's check this thing out. Came with air too, but it doesn't work. So the components are there, but it doesn't have air conditioning. Most of the time, people say, "Oh, it probably needs a compressor." Honestly, that's typically not the problem. When the air conditioning is not working, it's usually the O-rings that need to be replaced and then charged. That typically does it. If not, the expansion valve needs to be replaced and the filter dryer, and then possibly the compressor, but typically not. And that's in order of likelihood. O-rings, then the expansion valve and filter dryer, and then the compressor. Okay, so looking down the front of the vehicle, this has been painted black. You see a little surface rust right there around the stem mount of the air conditioning windshield wiper. Coming around this way, looking up, little pebble peck right there with some surface rust, and but really nice, looking good. The front does have some dents and dings. Looking down the front, we have a ding right there, there, there. That's it. The front bumper looks good. These bumpers this is a little chalky, but they're never really black, but they paint very well. So if you wanted to remove this or take out your lenses and your oh goodness, your nut. This has a name. I forgot what that's called. You can repaint it with like semi-gloss black spray paint, and they paint very well. That's the point I'm trying to make. All right, so coming down the door pillar, it looks very nice, and there are no dings so far until we get here. There's a little scratch there, a touch-up spot there, and a dent right there. That's it on the door. You've got some rust dripping here from the articulation of the hinges on the door handle. So it's just drip marks from the rust of the metal on metal hinge getting wet. This has some scratches and dings. Just got scratches here. You can see where they tried to touch it up with a little paint. But, nicks and scratches, a Japanese, sticker. And a bit of a crease right there from the inside out. So, and you can see where they used the bedside cap. The tailgate cap has scratches, and so does that bedside cap. The bed is in remarkably good condition. It's just scratched, and not that much. So it has mild, and I wouldn't even say moderate use, but look at the condition of the engine cover. It looks really good. No rust problems, no rust issues there. Just scratches that flash rusted. That's it. Okay, now go to the top. SPS. Huh. Boy, that reminds me of Speed Racer. When I was a kid, I used to watch Speed Racer all the time after school. And that looks like Speed Racer. You guys probably don't even know what I'm talking about. Go Speed Racer. Go Speed Racer, go. Oh man, what a show. All right. So, this really is in good shape. It doesn't have any dings or dents on the tailgate. Now, this is loose, and I don't know why, but they put tape on it to try to take up and make it tighter. All you have to do is bend this back this way, and I do it every single day, and it actually fixes it. And again, you can see here, same comical attempt to fix it, but that can easily be remedied. And you know something else? That's not bent. That's remarkably good. Same with that side. That one's not bent either. No dents or dings, but just scratches and scuffs. Actually, a very slight ding right there. Tiny, tiny. Probably can't see it. The mud flap's in really good shape, which is an indication. Speed Racer. What a funny cartoon that was. So this door looks pretty darn nice. It does have scratch, scratch, little scratch, little scratch, a little crease scratch. And that's it. Now, let's open the door and look inside. This is a Daihatsu thing. So this is split right here, and it's actually an age-related split. It's not really something that somebody hit it and damaged it. Nice. Very nice. Now let's look under here. And this just got washed, so it's a little wet under here. This is adhesive. I'm sorry, it's sound deadening material, and it does leak over time. It kind of melts and bleeds a little bit. That's what that is. The seat is torn and cracked. Now looking at the inside of the driver door, looks very, very nice. Same phenomena occurring there as was occurring on the other door. Now you've got this seat also is split. Now let's look underneath here. Same thing. That's the sound deadening material bleeding phenomena that I was talking about earlier. There's your differential lock. You only want that up and on when you're on the dirt or the grass It's the kind of thing I tell people you're probably never going to use because that's the way it generally works out. The diff lock generally does not get used because four-wheel drive does pretty much everything you would ever want. But this does have diff lock. Now this has a 2-speed transfer case, so low, you will always be in four-wheel drive. That's what that is right there. Now high, four-wheel drive turns off because we don't have the four-wheel drive engaged there. So low is always four-wheel drive, okay? Even though this is in the two-wheel drive position. But high can be two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive. Either one. And you see that light turn on and off when I do that. Okay. Air conditioning should not be working. Huh. It is not working, and that does sound like the compressor, guys. So, that's funny because I just got finished saying that the compressor generally doesn't go bad, which is true, but, you know, this does sound like the compressor's making noise, which probably is why it's not working. All right, so if this is on, you can still have heat, and the heat does work, by the way. But if you push that on, the compressor does make noise. So once again, this truck is being sold as not having air conditioning. Okay, so now what we're going to do is take it for a test drive and see how it does getting up to normal speed or maximum speed of 60 miles per hour, which is 100 kilometers per hour. Mayberry Mini Trucks did service this truck with full synthetic 5W30 engine oil. We checked the front differential, the rear differential fluid, the transfer case fluid, the transmission fluid, the antifreeze in the radiator, and the brake fluid. And if the four-wheel drive didn't work, we fixed it. And if the diff lock didn't work, we fixed it. And if the heat didn't work, we fixed that. And if it didn't run properly at normal operating temperature, we fixed that. This is 60 miles per hour and it feels great. It's not shaking or pulling. And that's really what we want to see. Now, we're going to make a U-turn. And that guy went off the road seeing this mini truck. Yes, mini trucks are kind of a thing now, and they definitely get people's attention. All right, so now we're going to go back up this hill, and that guy is well up the road. So this is the uphill test, and the uphill test is important because it shows us what kind of power the truck has. And now we're going to go in fifth gear, as this is a 5-speed with a 2-speed transfer case, interestingly, and differential lock, and super low miles. It's like 31,000 original miles, which is crazy. So we're in fifth gear going up this hill, and we're really getting up there in speed too. So I'm slowing down for this sharp right-hand turn, and look at what I've slowed down to. 30 kilometers per hour. Okay, that is 18 or 19 miles per hour, and we are still in fifth gear, lugging the engine. And that is something that you're told your whole life, don't ever lug the engine. Well, this is the one time I do it because I want to see how the truck behaves in a very arduous set of circumstances, under arduous circumstances, because if it, in fifth gear, guys, up a steep hill going 18 miles per hour and it's increasing in speed. it is increasing in speed up this steep hill. That is phenomenal. So that means this 31,000 mile truck has excellent horsepower. So that is, again, to me, the single most important thing about the test drive, because dents and dings are one thing, but a weak engine is quite another, right? So dings and bruises I can live with. I don't know how I'm this wasn't even really that dented of a truck. It had something on the front, I believe, if I remember correctly. But I've done so many videos this morning, I can't keep it straight. But this has great power. That is the takeaway. And so we'll give you a title. There's no extra charges. We don't charge any fees like dock fee, prep fee, administrative fee, make more profit fee. We don't do that. We really try to treat our customers fairly, because when you treat people fairly, things work out. That's all people really want, is to be treated fairly. And that is our business model, right? So Mayberry Mini Trucks also will deliver. We charge $2.50 per mile one way. We just increased yesterday. So, but the people who've already bought a truck, we're going to honor the original price, but, we charge $2.50 per mile one way to deliver. So if you're 100 miles away, it's $250. Still not a huge moneymaker, but the cost of diesel fuel has skyrocketed. I mean, it's so ridiculously high now that we have to do that to not lose a great deal of money on these deliveries. So nice truck. Oh, this also has a cool holder. This is nice. So on Daihatsu's, every once in a while, you'll see this nice little deal for a drink, and then you can put your phone in there if you want, or whatever. That probably was carrying Japanese yen at one point. So guys, thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit notification. It would help us with our search analytics, and it'll help you to be notified when we post a video of a truck or of a new shipment, which is what we do. And that's how people really stay on top and find that truck they've been waiting and looking for, is once it comes off the boat, I do my initial video, and then they call me at 336-777-9957. Our email address is sales@Mayberry Mini Trucks, and our website address is mayberryminitrucks.com. And is there anything else? I always remember after I shut the video off. I don't think so. I think I've just about covered it all, and I do appreciate you watching our video.